Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me here in today's video. So we are a little bit late in setting up our December spread, but nevertheless, we are showing up and we're right here. So I wanted to show you how I have managed to set up my December spread. We'll do a little bit of doodling and I show you my mood tracker as well as my weekly spread and my month in a glance. So if you wanted to check that out, then we can get started. I'll put some music on for you. And quick reminder, if you're brand new here, consider subscribing. I share with you a video every Tuesday, Thursday, and once on the weekends. And because I release 3 videos a week, I wanted to make your life a little bit easier because I go into a few different topics. We talk about eco-living, how to reduce your waste, and how you actually reduce your toxicity level. So we go into a bit of green beauty, basically anything and everything that talks about how to live a more holistically driven lifestyle while you're reducing your anxiety and overwhelm. So because we go into a few different topics, I wanted to make your life easier and be still conscious of your own time. So I usually share a weekly recap email once a week on Sundays, where I show you some of the best takeaways from each of my videos, as well as what the upcoming schedule is for the following week. So this is also the place where I share with my email community any exclusive offers behind the scenes. If there's any discounts on anything, then this would be the place where I would be sharing that. If you wanted to sign up for it, I left the link down in the description. It's completely free and complimentary. You just have to click the link and you're on the list and you'll be receiving my next email on Sundays. Okay, without further ado, let's get started with the planning video. My outline sketched here, so I'm just going to be putting some music on for you and then we can actually outline the whole thing. But I have picked for the quote for the month, I have picked a card actually. This one is the deck that I have from Gabby Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back deck, and I pulled a card and it seems so fitting that I use that as the monthly quote. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. It's very beautiful. And I just kind of wrote that out so we can I have the outline here, so I just wanted to write it over with a pen. So as we have our globe set up, like the little ornament, I wanted to sort of make it look sort of like a reef as I'm drawing in some of the details here. I am using a micron pen and this one is 02. So I find that for like detail work and things like that, especially drawing things out, it's excellent for that. And I'm switching over to the Pentel brush pens. This one has the soft tip, so I'm just outlining December. For some reason I couldn't get the B right. I don't know why. It was just not happening. So we're just improvising it a little bit. And we're going back with the detailing pen, the micron, and we're just adding some of the details here for our little ornament. I do have that line that's sort of coming down from the top. I actually get rid of that because I didn't want it to go through the text. And I think you're going to see that in the next clip as well, that the line sort of disappears. I also go over the quote because I didn't find that it was strong, it was bold enough. So I just sort of outlined it with a really soft brush pen, just so that it has a little bit more like each letter has a bit more definition here. I absolutely love that affirmation from the deck. Usually Gabby Bernstein has really great affirmations. And I just add Gabby's name here. So moving on, I'm getting started with coloring in the ornament, and I'm going to be zooming you in a moment and actually adjust the bullet journal. There we go, now you're in focus. I started out with coloring pencils, because I love the softness of the coloring pencils. Sometimes it just adds just a hint of color. Then I quickly switch over to the coloring pens that I have. These are from Staedtler. They're the Staedtler Tri Plus Fine Liners. I find that they're just way too dark, so I went back to the pencils. I try a few different things here, to be honest, but mainly I'm going back and forth between the Staedtler as well as the pencils. And we're just coloring in the details. I also wanted to use a few different tones of green here, so I'm also using some midliners. And some Copic. We're using a little bit of everything, but I really love the softness of the different colors. And ultimately, I end up sticking with a lot with the Tombow pens because their tone's just a little bit softer. And moving on, now we're getting started with the month at a glance. So I just put the numbers of the days on the side, which is what I generally do. And then we can fill in the details on the side of like really if there is anything that's coming up. I also mark the new moon for the 7th, and I believe it's the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd for the full moon. And don't worry, you will see a video about that coming up very soon. And then we're just putting in the title here. I also wanted to put in an intention for the month of what I wanted to really dedicate this month to. Back at a month at a glance. So here I started drawing out the outline for Pusheen and a little birdie, and I just made them look like a little Santa Claus. So moving on to the mood tracker, I decided to do something slightly different than what I have done in the past, where I'm creating one large picture with 31 little elements that can be colored in as the month progresses. And I decided to do it this way because then it's just one picture rather than, I don't know, it just seemed right. It just felt like this was the theme. And I decided to draw like a little gnome elf. Is he an elf? I think he's an elf. was super excited that Christmas is coming. For the detail work for pens, I'm going back and forth between a Micron 02 and a Micron 005 pen, just because I find that you can get really detailed with the work here. Hey guys, so now I made it to the very end for the monthly check-in. So I set this up as I'm going to be writing out what my intention is, what worked really well, what I actually learned to do, and what I will also embrace in the future more wholeheartedly. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun creating this as usual. And don't forget to subscribe if you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed this video, you can give me a big thumbs up. You can also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. And if you wanted to, this is something new that I have started to do recently because I know that I usually release a video every Tuesday, Thursday, and once on the weekends. And because of that, I wanted to, and we also go into a few different topics. So I wanted to be a bit more conscious of your time. So every Sunday, I usually send out a recap email that shows you some of the best takeaways from each of my videos were, as well as the upcoming schedule for the following week. If you wanted to sign up for that, I left the link down in the description. It's completely free and complimentary, all to make sure that your time is valued. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next week with another video. Bye.